How to build a business so that you can sell it later.
Take effing action, put it together, and subscribe to Tom Penn's channel on YouTube now. Yeah, I like it. It's crazy.
Tom, why would anybody want to build a business and then sell it? Well, because, let me ask you this question. Are you going to live forever, right? Are you going to die at some point in time? Then the ownership of that business will eventually pass to someone else. It could be your kids, it could be somebody who buys your business, but the fact of the matter is that you cannot keep your business forever, right? So you do have to think about selling your business at some point in time. You may be thinking about passing your business down to your children, but you also have to think about whether your children has the ability, the skill set to continue to run the business, and also if they're even interested in running your business. Most often, they're not interested. Let's say you have a farm in Phan Thiết or somewhere, and your children simply are not interested in farming. Let's say you're a dentist and you have a dental office, but none of your kids can fix teeth, right? So there are many reasons why you cannot pass your business down to your kids. And by the way, I think that's a terrible idea. You should never pass down your business to your kids, because I believe that the best way for people to be successful in their lives is to do it themselves. Like, I do not believe in passing my businesses to my own kids, because they will not learn anything. They will just have everything handed to them. They never have the experience of building a business by themselves. And that's the best way for them to fuck up that business, right? So I believe that in order for somebody to be successful, they have to do it themselves. They have to go through the trial and tribulation, the difficult, hard work to learn all the skill set, learn all the mindset, learn how to be successful, right? And you don't become successful by, just inheriting, the business from your family. That's not the way to do it. Let me elaborate more on that, right? So I come from actually a very wealthy family. I don't want to mention any numbers, but let's just say that my family probably has wealth more than what you can generate in 100 lifetimes, all right? But at an early young age, my parents told me that, hey, you're not getting our business, okay? You're not gonna get it. So you have to do it yourself, And at a young age, I thought that's probably some kind of mental torture. Like, they're telling me that I'm gonna be poor. They're telling me that I have to do it myself, even though there's abundance everywhere. Like there's a lot of wealth, right? But I have to do it myself. So I thought they were just mentally torturing me, and they weren't kidding, because I have to go through university by myself. There were days I have to eat canned food for weeks and weeks and weeks, like a fucking dog. I have to open up the can and eat the canned food, because I was poor. My parents were very wealthy, but I was poor because I have to live by myself on my own, income, and you think maybe your parents are unfair to you. You think your parents are being mean and cruel to you, but they do it out of love, right? They do it out of love because they know that's the only way that they can, forge me from iron into steel. They can forge me into the person that I am today, right? So in hindsight, looking back, they really did it out of love. And back then they would tell me, Tom, you would understand one day. And it took a while, but now I totally understand. I totally understand why they did that, because they truly want me to be successful. And the only way to do that is by doing it myself, like going through the trials and tribulations. So I can compare myself with people that grew up with me, right? So there are people that are, pampered by their families. They're giving everything they wanted, the fast cars, everything they wanted in life they got from their family. Look at their lives today compared to where I'm at. Their lives are shit. They live bordering on poverty. I'm okay. I think my life is fine, right? See, if my parents gave me everything I wanted, would I actually work in a 7-Eleven? Would I actually like sell pizza door to door? Would I learn all these sales skills? No, probably not. Because I live my life with scarcity. So, it made me appreciate money more. It made me appreciate hard work more. And I also remember that like my parents are very, very careful with money with me. Like if I borrow money from them, they want it back and in the exact amount, right? So this is their way of teaching me the value of money, right? And I learned that at a young age. And I think that is a very valuable lesson. And I would do the same to my kids, right? I would not give them anything. They have to earn it themselves. They have to earn it themselves. And back to the point. How do you build a business that you can sell later for a lot of money, hopefully for a lot of money, right? We know that you're not going to keep the business forever. Maybe you want to pass your business down to your kids, but I would not advise that. In fact, no, let me get back to this topic a little bit. In fact, we know so many families, the family business dies within 3 generations because the kids don't know how to run it. Or the kids just, are terrible business people, right? Or, they're spoiled, they just spend all the money, right? So we see that all the time, right? And so that's definitely one other reason why you should not pass businesses down to your kids. But there are families where they go through many, many generations. They're generational businesses like the Rockefellers, right? But, they do it differently. They have a trust fund. In fact, they don't want their kids to run the business. They just build a trust fund, and then that trust fund is for the family, but they hire smart people to run their businesses. So that is the model that I much more prefer, right? I will not trust my business. I will not trust my money with my kids because they could be complete fucking idiots. They could be fucktards, right? I want to, put that responsibility to people that are good, the people that are, capable, competent, right? I want to hire the best people. I want to hire the most talented people to do the real work of building a business. Not my family. They could be complete idiots, right? Okay, back to the point. How do you build a business that you can sell later for a lot of money? So first thing first, right? Have clear financial statements. Make sure you hire good accountants. Make sure you build good financial records. Because when people want to buy your business, they want to look at financial records, right? They want to look at your financial statements, your cash flow, so on and so on. And if you don't have those things, it's hard for them to value your business. They don't know. You see, I try to buy businesses here in Vietnam, and I've talked to many, many businesses, and when I ask them for their financial statements, they're like, well, we don't have any. And then they show me their invoice books, oh, this is like all the orders that we have, right? But that doesn't prove anything. So it's really hard to value a business when you don't know how much money they make, when you don't know how much money they spend. It's like you don't know. So how can you put a number to that business? You can't. So, I pretty much given up the idea of buying a business here in Vietnam because there's just way too many businesses like that that don't keep proper books. They don't have proper financial statements. They don't have audited financial statements. Now, second thing is don't put your family spending like your groceries, your car, your motorbike, all those expenses into the business, right? A lot of business, they mix their personal spending with the business, right? And spend, the mistresses, the wife, the kids, all their spendings are lumped into expenses of the company. Because when you are selling your business, the buyer is going to look at all that information, and then they have the hard work of actually eliminating, identifying which is your personal expense. They will go to that detail, right? Because they really want to understand how much money this company makes. They're not going to buy a company that doesn't make money. The only reason an investor would buy a company is because that company has cash flow, right? There's more money coming in than more money going out. And that is a good business. And that is a business that investors will buy, right? They will pay you a lot of money for it. If you can build a business that has a lot of money coming in, more than the money that's going out, they will pay you 2 times, 5 times, depending on the industry. They will pay you maybe 2 times, maybe 3 times, maybe 5 times, maybe 10 times the annual profit. It's called EBITDA. It's called the earnings before income tax and interest, or something like that, to that effect, right? So they will look at that number. They will figure out what that number is. So when you put your personal spending, like you bought your mistress a car, you bought your girlfriend, jewelries, and then you put that as a company expense, it makes the job of determining what is the real profit, the real money coming in, the real money going out. It makes the job of determining that much more difficult. And generally, when people look at a business like that, they kind of like, we don't really know. Like, it's like the accounting is all fucked up, so maybe we shouldn't touch it, right? So when you have a company where the spending, personal spending and business spending is all mixed together, it makes investors very cautious. They don't really want to buy that kind of business, or they have to spend a lot of work figuring out like what is the real numbers in the business, right? I would say don't cheat on your taxes, right? Don't cheat on your taxes. Don't buy red invoices, cheating techniques here in Vietnam, right? Don't buy red invoices to offset your taxes and all of that, because those are really bad. Practices. When investors look at a company and they see that you do it, and then you have to explain that you do it, then they have really very little confidence in you. They don't believe that the numbers are real because you cheat. So when you build a business, make sure you don't like resort to, ways to cheat on taxes. And the money that you save, the money that you get through these cheating practices, really, will hurt you later. Because when you sell your business, you can get 5 times, 10 times, depending on the industry, right? You can get 5 times, 10 times the annual profit. So, that is where the big money is, right? So I keep on saying this, the value of wealth is really in the value of the corporation, of your company that you own, right? It's not so much how many products you sell, but it's really about like the value of a company. Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, Elon Musk, and all the rich people, Warren Buffett, Jeff Bezos, they're rich not because of how much products they sell, well, indirectly, but they're rich because of the value in their companies, right? So because, their companies are public, they have shares on the stock market, and you can calculate the value of the company. So Jeff Bezos is a super rich man because, he owns, let's say, 40% of Amazon, and probably less now because he just got a divorce. And, because he owns a portion of a very successful company, he's super rich. So the real money is in the valuation of your company, right? So you don't want to do anything that will hurt the valuation. So don't cheat on your taxes, do good bookkeeping, hire good accountants. Any money that you think you get by cheating the system or by hiring cheap accountants will eventually hurt you when you sell your business. So hire the best accountants that you can. Go to the big fours. Go to Deloitte, go to Pricewaterhouse, go to Ernst & Young. I forgot the other one, but anyways, go find the most expensive accountants you can, and make sure they take care of your books. Because when they take care of your books, then everybody trusts your financial records, right? And that is why I would love to have Deloitte look after my accounting, my financial statements. I would love to have a chief accountant in Deloitte, right? And we're getting that too. So in summary, so there's nothing wrong with selling your business. Some people may feel that it's wrong that you build something great and then you sell it. It's like you're a sellout. But no, because it's impossible for any one of us to hold on to our businesses forever, right? You do have to think about the exit strategy. And we do business for what purpose? To make money. So when we exit our businesses, let's make sure that we get a lot of money from it, right? And there are a lot of business brokers here in Vietnam too. There are companies specializing in buying and selling of businesses too. And if you follow my strategy, hire good accountants, keep clean books, don't cheat on taxes, well, your companies will become more valuable when it comes to the time to sell it. So build a great business. Make sure you generate a lot of income and more than your expenses, but don't cheat, declare it. Show it in your financial statements. Yeah, I know when you make money, you have to pay taxes to the government. It's okay because the government need to build roads and, all the public infrastructure. They need money too. And a lot of people, they cheat on the taxes by declaring low income, but that really hurts you when you later on want to sell your business, because when you show the financial statement, you don't make a lot of money and people don't want to pay a lot for it, right? What you want is your financial statement to show that you make a lot of money. That makes your company more valuable. So like all the things that people do to cheat taxes, I think it's stupid because in the long run, it will hurt you. Hire good accountants, I keep saying that, and then don't cheat on taxes and keep very good and clear financial records are some of the things that you can do to ensure when it comes to time to sell your business, you get a lot of money for it. Take fucking action and don't be a fucktard.